If we want to edit this background image over here, we have to click on those dots over here. This way we can edit the container. We can edit the width of the container, the minimum height of the container, the direction of the elements, the justifying of the elements, the alignment of the elements, the gap between the elements. If we want the elements to wrap or no wrap means that the elements are going to be in a single line if the space allows, and wrap, the elements are going to separate, are going to break into multiple lines. If we are going to style, we can see the background over here, so we can see the background image over here. By simply clicking on it, we can choose a different image, like so. We have some image settings over here. You can also create an image with AI by clicking over here to edit with AI. You can edit the image that you already have with those options over here, or you can generate one with a prompt. Then we have image resolutions over here, the position of the image, like so. If we want the image to repeat itself, and the display size. For example, if you want it to be contained or cover or so on. We also have some scrolling effects over here and some mouse effects if you want to over here. You can simply play with those settings over here in order to see what you can achieve. Whenever you want to change the settings that you have just made, you can simply click over here to back to default. You can also choose a solid color from over here. Like so, and if I'm deleting this image, I can see the solid color. You also have the option for gradient, for video, or for slideshow. In order to have a slideshow, you have to add the images over here. You can change the order of the images by dragging them. And this way you have a slideshow. You have some settings for the slideshow over here. You can simply play with those settings in order to achieve the desired effect. So let's go back to classic, to a single image background. Then we have the background overlay. We can have a solid color from over here. We can also have an image as an overlay, or we can have a gradient from over here. We have the two colors over here, the location of each color from over here, the type of the gradient, linear or radial, the angle of the gradient, and the opacity of the overlay. We can also have a border if we want to from over here. We can choose the border width from over here and the border color from over here. And of course the border radius from over here. You can always click on this link over here in order to unlink the values. That way you can customize each value for top, bottom, right and left. You also have the option for box shadow from over here. You have the color from over here, the opacity from over here, the horizontal distance, the vertical distance, the blurring, and the spread. Okay, let's click on this icon over here. And you also have the option for a shape divider for the top edge and for the bottom edge. You can play with those settings from over here in order to see the effect. You have the option for a color from over here, the width, the height. You can invert it if you want to, and you can bring it forward. And you have the options for the advance. Over here we can see that the padding has the value to percentage, and we have 50% on the right is padding and 5% on the left is padding. That's why the content only occupies this amount of space in the container.